Hi friends, welcome to Engineering Clinic. In this session we are going to see MQTT using Node.js. Contiki NG operating system and in general Linux operating system. So already we have discussed based on the Mosquitto browser, Mosquitto broker. So using this we have already discussed using Linux and NG. In this case, we are going for MQTT using this Node.js. Okay. So actually, this topic is common for both theory as well as practicals, because your theory also in that particular access unit we have this MQTT with the Node.js. Okay. So we will see that how it can be done. This MQTT broker, not this MQTT broker using the software. Okay. So we have two things. So we will have a broker on a cloud, so namely HiveMQ. So there is a broker called as HiveMQ. So maybe some of you might have aware while you study IoT subject, you might have done it. Anyway, I will just say give you basics of this MQTT architecture. It is HiveMQ, and there is an option number 1. So that is first option 1 is using Hive broker. So second option is option number 2 is run a broker locally using 127.0.0.1. So I'll just run a broker locally on this, and the listener is on port number is 1883. Okay, so these two options we will see today. In this case, the URL is mqtt://broker.hivemq.com. So this is the one. In this case, mqtt://127.0.0.1:188. So even if 133 is not being written, still it works. Okay. So these two things we are going to see as an example. Okay. Option 1, option 2. So maybe what I do is I'll create Vortex. I already have this. So MQTT example. Documentation, I'll put a file documentation. It is in my desktop. Save. Okay. Then I will just look at this. Already we have client server, we have done it. Anyway, in the same folder I will just use it. So let me go to my Visual Studio Code open folder. So in the open folder, so I'm just already I just told you about this Visual Studio Code I use. So I'll just open the folder where I go to write the code. In the desktop we have the folder called as WOT examples, Vortex. Okay, then select folder. So once the folder is selected, we have all the files already there. So I'll be opening a new file called as pub.js, that is publisher.js. Then I will create one more file called as subscriber.js. So publisher and subscriber. Okay. So these two things I will be doing the program. Okay. So in the publisher, first thing is const MQTT. I'm just creating a variable name. Const MQTT equal to require. As everything says the require, we have the library called as MQTT. Sometimes this will be showing an error. So in that case, what you can do is to install the MQTT module in Node.js, use the following command. And the command is, if it is in Linux, $prompt npm install MQTT. So this is a simple command. If it is in C: or D: in Windows, it could be again the same command, npm install MQTT. Or otherwise there is another command, npm i MQTT. So either you can use install directly, or you can simply use npm i MQTT. So whichever way possible you can do that. Okay. In Linux as well as Windows, in both the cases you can use either I or you can use install. Maybe I already installed it on my Windows machine, but anyhow I'll just show you it again. So what I do is I'll just go with my command. So npm install MQTT. So this is the command that I can do. Okay, so this will be installing like this. Okay, so now added 67 packages from 46 contributors and audited 97 packages in 5.8 seconds. Since I already installed, so it just use that. Okay, so this is the command npm space install MQTT. So node package manager, that's what npm means, a node package manager. So we have installed. In case if you don't install, then MQTT module might throw an error in Visual Studio. When you run it, this might throw an error, MQTT module not found. Okay, so that is the purpose of it. So then I'll create an object called as var client MQTT.connect. You connect it. So in the connection, I'll just give the URL name MQTT:// broker dot then hivemq.com. Okay, so in case if you don't have any broker, so you can use their open brokers. It's available free of cost with hivemq. Okay, but hivemq they already give a software also, so the software we can run it locally and make it as our own broker as well. So whichever way possible we can able to do. So since I am in my home now, so earlier I was in the campus, so I can have a network of devices in the campus, but now in my home I cannot. So I'll show you locally how this MQTT broker can be run locally. Okay, that's the next one. So client dot on. So using the client, we are going to connect. Then it's a function. So it is actually, you know that MQTT and MQTT and POAP, it varies depends on this access. So POAP is on request response architecture, whereas MQTT is on publish subscriber architecture. So for a publisher, we should have the topic name. For the subscriber, it will subscribe to the topic. So you can have multiple topics a subscriber can subscribe to. So likewise, there will be multiple brokers that can be providing so many services. Okay, so that's how the way that the publisher subscriber will be working out. So whenever the publisher publishes, the subscriber will get delivered the message delivered to their devices. So that's how the way this publisher subscribe model works. Okay, now for that I want to set an interval. Again function. Then I create a random variable. So anyhow, whenever I just do something, so I will be using a random variable. So to display the random numbers in the subscriber module. Okay, so now in the random variable, I use a 50. I use a value 50. Let's say assuming it could be a temperature, I'll use 50. So var random equal to math.random into 50. That means the random number will be generated in terms of 50. So in case if you want to use only a full name, then you can use floor or seal. Math.floor you can use it. So inside math.floor you can use math.random. So whichever way, if you want a full digit, full integer number, you can use floor, or if you want the decimal number, you can use as it is. Okay. So then we can display this information to the console.log. So console.log random. So this can be displayed to your terminal. Now what I do is, whenever the temperature is less than 30, the subscriber will get the information. Actually, this is a publisher now. What I am writing is a publisher. The publisher will publish the information, but the subscriber will be getting the information only when the values are less than 30. Only less than 30 values the subscriber may get it. So what I do is, if is less than 30, for example, client.publish. So it will be publishing to the clients, client.publish. So let me say the topic name is, let me use Kumar. So let me use the topic name is Pradeep Kumar. So then the name of the some simple MQTT using hivemq. Then we have a random.toString. So I'll be displaying it to the random.toString function. So then not at the end. Okay. So plus is for concatenation. So I'm just concatenating multiple strings with the dot at the end. So the concatenation string is simple MQTT using HiveMQ and random.toString. So already we have a variable name random here. So random is a number got generated, but whenever we want to display, I want to display it as a string because the client publishing will be happening with the help of a string. So I'm converting the integer to string. So that's how the way the random.toString function works. Okay, that is on this. Finally, once it is done, 30 seconds, semicolon, and finally this end also semicolon. Again, we have seen this example how within the curly braces how the brackets comes. So this is the property of this Node.js. It is asynchronous mode. So this is on the publisher. So the publisher code is very simple. Use the MQTT, then connect to the particular broker because MQTT works always with the broker. So there could be publisher subscriber, but without a broker they cannot able to do that. So the main application here is for example, the Times of India, the news, even Google News you can take. So whenever the Google News is refreshed, the new latest news have been coming up in your mobile phone. Okay, so that's how the way the publisher subscriber model works. So we are all subscribers, subscribe to the topics, and according to the subscription, we will be getting it. Okay, but sometime what happens is based on your interest. So whatever you have browsed, so based on your interest, the topic will be subscribed automatically by the softwares. Okay, so sometime you might have seen that sometime you will be checking for a headphone in Amazon or in Flipkart or somewhere in the online, but immediately after an hour or so, automatically Facebook, Instagram and Google, they will be saying that in all your search queries, they will be asking you whether you are in need of a headphone, and they suggest you some advertisement. So in that case, they automatically, based on your search history, they automatically uh, make you as a subscriber. So they try to give some very good website suggestions for you to get it procured. Okay, but we need a broker. So the ultimate thing is MQTT needs a broker for publishing and subscribing. So the subscriber also will be talking to the broker, and the broker will deliver the messages. Similarly, the publisher sends the information via the broker. So now this is a universal broker, broker.hivemq.com. Now the same thing we'll write it in the subscriber module. So what we'll do in the subscriber module is again the same concept here. Const MQTT equal to require MQTT. So where client equal to MQTT.connect. So again we have the same name there. Single quote MQTT / broker dot MQTT dot HiveMQ dot. After it's written, then client dot on. So we have connect function. Client dot subscribe. The name of the topic is Pradeep Kumar. So I just given my own name. So in case when you are trying, you can give with your own name or any name, any topic that you are planning for subscription. Okay. So then we'll print this as well, console.log. So there in the subscriber also and the publisher also, the console.log will be printing. So we need to know how many messages are going. So what are those things? So that will be printed. So client has subscribed. The message like this. So then I think it is something wrong. Now client.on message In the function we have two things, one is topic and the message. So we have two values here, topic and the message. We will have it as a function, then using the curly brace and console.log. Again the log value always be printing what is the message we are receiving from the thing, and that will be printed as a string. Okay. So in the client, on first thing connecting to the publisher and connecting the topic can be subscribed for. So in the next thing, in the message here, the message has to be printed. So in that case we use a function with two things, one is topic and the message. The topic is name is Pradeep Kumar and the message is which message we are going to do. Okay, so this is the code for publisher and the subscriber. Okay, so now we will be running this example on the terminal. But this, for this to work, you should have your internet connection on, because the broker is located on the cloud. So like this, it is on the internet. Okay, so now what we do is I just open a terminal. So what I do, I just open two terminals. One is for publisher. Again I will open one more thing for the subscribe. So so one is on the so let me say this is one subscriber. So I have two windows here. So one window for the Windows set. So now what I do is cd desktop, then cd vertex. Okay, really here also cd desktop vertex. So now first thing is run is node pub.js. So once I run it, it runs here. So I just click it here. So it will show you, see that 10, 24, 14, 26, 17 and 44 also there. So because we have the publishers up to 50. Okay, then I'll run it here node sub.js. So in that case, first thing, client has subscribed successfully. I think it should come. Okay, oh fine, I just stopped it there, so that's why. So now when I stop it, now we can see in the client side it will be only always less than 30, because as per the coding the publisher publishes only when the values are less than 30, but the publisher is free to send to multiple subscribers. Okay, so it is based on 50, 30 like that. Okay, so that way the publisher do that. Okay, so simple MQTT using HiveMQ, and then we have got the randomized values here. So then again when I start it, the subscriber will be started receiving the messages from the publisher. In case if you want to change it, we'll say the publisher, the name here is Pradeep Kumar. So let me the subscriber, let me use something else here. Let me say I delete this R. Okay, so Pradeep Kumar, I remove the R. Okay, this is a subscribe topic. So now when I run it again, so the publisher is publishing. Now the subscriber is subscribe to the topic, but nothing will be displaying, because that topic is the subscriber doesn't know about the topic. Okay, but this is the process of the subscription. The publisher is publishing, but the subscriber doesn't able to get it because the subscription topic is different. Okay, now when I do that again, Control C, then again when I run it, yeah, now it is getting. Okay, now since it is in the cloud, the broker is in the cloud, so we can able to go to the check the broker dashboard. So actually this is the broker dashboard. Okay, so this is the broker dashboard. So you can see that the broker is helpful. This is the MQTT dashboard of HiveMQ what we were using. So outgoing messages, incoming messages, subscription how many, and retained messages. So what is the total number of bytes read, the bytes written, queued messages, MQTT sessions. So that means you just have it. So this is the connection settings here. Broker.hivemq.com. This is what we have used. So TCP port is 1883 and the WebSocket port is 8000. Okay. So this is what the HiveMQ cluster. Okay, so this is the broker where we can able to use HiveMQ values for our own purpose. So whenever you don't have a broker, but HiveMQ gives default to broker as well to our own machine. So there is an option called as get HiveMQ. Okay, so once get HiveMQ there, so we have an option called as either you can go with the cloud or you can go with the download HiveMQ. Okay, so install HiveMQ with this thing. So download it. So you already when you download it, it asks you for the first name, last name, your business email and all this stuff, and then you can download. I already downloaded it. I'll just show you. So the D drive I already downloaded. Okay, so this is the folder where HiveMQ 4.5.3. So maybe I'll just write it down. In case if we want to use our own broker, then download the get HiveMQ software and install it in your own machine. Okay, so in Windows, just unzip it and go to the bin folder. Double click run.bat file. So there's a file called as double click run.bat file. Okay, so prerequisite is you need to have JDK 11 and above for successful running of so you need to have JDK 11 and above for successful running of the Hive software. Okay, so I already have this thing, and just as I discussed, you go to the HiveMQ software and in the bin folder we have run.batch file. So the same software will be useful for Linux, Macintosh, all the operating system. But in my case, I just run the bat file. So double click it. So once I double click it, it will start the HiveMQ value. The broker. So it will start the broker. So don't close the window. The broker will be started. So let us copy it. Okay. So now it says that the port number 1883 started here on the TCP listener. Okay, HiveMQ, it takes this 20 seconds, and this is the address on 127.0.0.1. Okay, so this is the HiveMQ control center. So now I go back here, Control C I put, then I put Control C here. So let's clear the screen. So now in that case, I'll be changing the source code. So what I do is, instead of broker.hivemq.com, I'll be changing to 127.0.0.1 colon 133. So even colon is not needed, but still if you feel only one double is there, but it is always a better programming standard to use the port numbers. Similarly for the publisher, I use 127.0.0.1 colon. Now in this case, simple MQTT using local machine. Give a name called as local machine here. Similarly, in the subscriber, subscribe to solely local server. Okay. So this way. So now I'll be running the node pub here. Okay. Now again do the same thing there, and here we have this. So using local machine, you can see that it just use the local machine here. Okay, so a simple MQTT using local machine. So this is the way that the values are being. Now you can see client has subscribed to the topic successfully in the local server. So now my local machine, I mean, this is where the HiveMQ software that is running in the local machine. Okay. So now the requirement and how we can use the MQTT, all these things I just told you. So you can able to use this MQTT software as per the laboratory requirement for you.